What's going on, everybody? Let's go ahead and build our membership area. So there's a bunch of different ways. Once you actually have a product, it's time to like package it, basically, right? And there's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. If what you're selling is fully written, you can definitely make it a PDF and then use a membership area to deliver that PDF. What I like to do, just to make it a little bit more valuable, is I like to upload it individually into sections into an actual course or membership. That makes it feel like it's got more something to it. I know for me, if I'm selling a PDF, somebody downloads it, they're going to end up losing that PDF in like a week, right? Like, where do you store PDFs that you're actively looking at them? Not very many places. But login details, we know those are sent to us in email. We can go back in our email. We can consistently go back to that email. So I like giving people a membership platform. So inside of Connect, this is one of the amazing things. It's sort of this all-in-one package that we have in software. Inside of Connect, you can build a full-on course. So when you go to the memberships tab, which again, like if you're not familiar with tech, I would urge you to please spend some time just clicking around and seeing what's in each one of these tabs so that you can experience it. Like, go through and make something and see what happens. The only one that you wouldn't really want to just make a random, completely 1,000 things is automations. There's a lot of automations, and some automations might step on your toes of like, oh, I set it up to where if somebody buys my thing, it sends them an email of a picture of me. That would be dumb to do. So don't experiment like that and then turn that automation on. But otherwise, you're really not going to break anything. But for this, you just go to memberships. I can tell you right now, versus a lot of other membership platforms, this is actually pretty standard, but also a little bit easier than most. So we're in memberships. You can see my client portal URL. You would be able to update all of this information in your settings. So the very first time that you actually go about doing all of this, you're going to want to edit some of this stuff. So set up your domain, and you can also like enable or disable an app for a client. So if you wanted any of these things not in there, so for instance, I can get rid of this. I can get rid of that. This is actually good so they can see their billing. And then those are the other things that we want them to see. So we'll save. We can even go default landing page when they log in. We're going to go to courses. So that's great. And that's actually a really good setting so that you are setting it up when they log in, they go right to the course, not necessarily to the community or to affiliates. So now I go there and we are then looking at branding. So again, add your own personal branding. Just kind of go through here, change your colors, change your name, add a favicon. It tells you what sizes to use. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in this because, again, you just upload the size that it says that you think is good and then try it out. And we don't need any advanced stuff here. So back to settings. Email settings, that's kind of a cool one because you can set up what emails are being sent to who and at what time and what templates. Don't overdo this one. So yeah, don't overthink it. This one you can kind of go with normal settings in the beginning. You don't have to mess with that too much. But then you would have your client portal URL. This is where you're going to tell everybody to go to log into your program so they can go here. If anybody ever loses their password, you can come back to this section, go to the dashboard, and you can generate a magic link, which would just be literally you're going to choose the customer that needs it, and you're going to hit generate, and it's going to give you a link that if they click the link, it automatically logs them in, which is really cool. You can also send them a login link or invite them to the portal. So if you're trying to invite a customer to take a trial of your platform, you can do that through here. But now it's time to actually build the products that are going to go in that membership platform. So we're going to go ahead and go to products. And you can see here, we've got all of our membership products. So the very first time you're in here, you're going to just go to start from scratch and you can choose any one of these. The only difference between all of them is a sprint course. They all start with like cookie cutter standard setups. So like you'd be able to go into them and edit them based on which one you chose. None of them matter. You can just go sprint course. It's going to start a very short course. We're going to call this one sprint course. You name it whatever you want. And as it makes it, we're then going to customize the way that it looks to a degree. And then we will also, you'll see the structure of the membership area. So this is where things, the main core of what I want to teach you guys how to build all your membership areas out is sort of understanding this hierarchy of like, where are we putting content? How are we creating it? So this is a category. This is a module. Okay. So if we want to add a module or a lesson, you can add a lesson right here. So if I hit add lesson, it's going to add it right here to this category. And again, if you forget any of this stuff, just go and play with it. Like, do not let yourself get stuck by not wanting to click a button. So you go in here. If you wanted to get rid of it, you would just go to edit, go to the page, bottom right, delete it. Easy enough. You can also delete it right from here. So right now, the sprint course that you select is going to give you what looks exactly like this. So you'd go through and you'd edit all this. So I don't want it to be called course content. So I click on it. I would edit this. So this would be my welcome to my course module, right? I would upload a thumbnail, a 1280 by 720. I went into Canva and I looked up YouTube thumbnails and I just made something that made sense for my membership. And I love what we have. So now I hit save and you can see the main category is now called welcome to my course. Come on. See, welcome to my course. So now I'd probably have like a welcome video. And then depending on how you structured your course and the way that we do ours is, let me just show you a finished one. I want to delete that because I don't like having more things in my dashboard than I need. It starts to clutter things up. So I'll show you this 15-minute Perfect Kid version. So you can see what I did was the 15-minute Perfect Kid system and then a start here module. Here's what you'll learn. I had AI write that for me. Then I broke down each one of my 6 pillars. And this is one of the reasons I like having individualized pillars because they are easy to break down this way. What I also want to remind everybody who's watching this video is the information that I've created here in this 15-minute Perfect Kid, it's easily translatable into a PDF. So if I wanted to sell it as a PDF, I could. And I think we actually, did I do that? No. So one of the things that I love doing in the welcome module, you can absolutely upload a video. Just shoot a simple video like this on Descript, bang, upload it. Thank you so much for grabbing my product. Love it. Here's what you're going to learn. But inside of a module, you can also attach a file. So you could have a PDF of the entire course right here. And you can tell people in your welcome video, just hit that download link. You'll download an entire video of our whole program, or a PDF of the whole program. But now we've got a great broken down version of what they're going to get in the program. They go through that. Okay, great. This is cool. And then we go into each individual pillar. Again, this could be a PDF. This could be a book, right? So if I took all the information from this and I put it into a ChatGPT, or I would use Poppy, and I'd say, hey, here's the individual sections from my program. I want to turn each one of these pillars into a chapter, and I want to have this be like a 130 to 140 page book. Can you help me out? And it will go deeper into research and helping me with these things. So the way that I break down my individual products is, you can see I've got one section, another section, another section. So I've got all these different sections. So in order to add a section, you hit this and you hit create category. Okay. So this is a category. This is a category. This is a lesson. And then if you wanted a sub lesson, you can do that as well. So to add a category, you do it up here. And to add within a category, you do it here. And a subcategory is just literally like, would be a child to this, in case you wanted to add, let's say you're like, you're making a course on how to make Facebook ads. And then you have this module that's like, watch me make a Facebook ad live. You could add a subcategory that's like, grab all my templates here and watch me make an e-commerce ad. Watch me make this. So it's like structured underneath that topic. You can do that. Obviously, I'm not doing that. So we want to get rid of this subcategory. But this is how you would normally structure your actual members area. The way that I do it is by pillars, and then each pillar has, or each category is going to have 5 modules in it. It's going to have an intro module. So you can see right here, this is an intro to the authority pillar. So this is the authority pillar. I have the authority pillar, which is literally it's just going to be a very short, as you can see right here, understanding of what is in this pillar. Okay. Then after that, we have the actual thing that we're trying to teach them. There's usually 3. That's the way that I structure my membership platforms, right? 3 15-minute fixes for this pillar. So this is authority pillar. Here's 3 things you can do to fix the authority side of your relationship with your kids. Then action items. Okay. So now I've taught you the 3 things. Here's exactly what to do. I love that. It reinforces what you've taught, and look at how robust this membership platform looks by structuring it that way. It's very simple. Each category is the pillar. Then I describe kind of what's in there. I give an overview, 3 fixes, action items. AI did all of it for me. So each time I'm having it make one pillar, I say, okay, great. Can you now give me a summary? Okay, awesome. Now give me a little bit more information about the follow-through method. Give me some more science on it. Teach me more about it, how to implement it. Give me more examples. So now it's building. Then, okay, 2-choice method. Do the same thing. Building. 15-second pause trick. Building. Then, okay, all this is great. The follow-through method, 2-choice system, the 15-second pause trick. Now, can you do me a huge favor and give me action items and execution modules that I can give my members? Bang. That's pretty huge. So we've got that. I want to show you what it looks like, because again, I then went to details. You're going to upload your header up here so that everybody kind of sees that. You can customize the way that it looks by choosing any of these different membership areas, which is totally fine. I'm hoping that we get some new additions to this soon, but let's just look at the preview real quick. So you can see 15-minute perfect kid system, and we've got our entire course down here. So this is how, somebody can basically go through this, and no matter what, our system will track what lessons they've actually been through. So when they go through the information, if they, some of them might only want to go to 1, but then if they click on tone and posture, they can get all of the tone and posture module right here, and then they can mark it as complete. So this is awesome. And again, you make this way more powerful if you add to what's here. I did this as like a super intro program just to show that it can be done and be done very quickly. If I was to want to really make this stand out, I would do a video on the tone and posture fix, how body language instantly commands respect. I would read and learn some of it myself, and I would just talk about it. So I would give them sort of like an overview. That way they're getting little videos from me as they go through the program, and that further indoctrinates them into the idea that I know what I'm talking about. And it's actually really easy to do. Again, set up your iPhone right here, attach it to Descript, and now you can record yourself doing all these little walkthroughs. This is, again, what really separates what I'm teaching everybody to do versus PLR, which is private label rights, or MMR, is those are already done for you products that have 0 personality to them. They have 0 value, in my opinion, because everybody's selling the exact same thing. The stuff that we're selling, you can individualize very easily as you're making it, because hopefully you're actually in the niche that you're selling this product in. So if again, I get asked this question a lot, so it's easy to kind of cover it here. Travis, are you promoting that perfect kid system? No, I'm not, because I don't want to support it. I want to run a business that I'm really passionate about. I'm passionate about parenting. I am passionate about parenting my kids. I'm passionate about learning new things that can help my kids progress. That doesn't then instantly translate into I want to help other parents. I'm not driven to that. I don't feel called to that. So no, I'm not running this offer because I would need to then support it. I would want to make a community. I would want to make it into a business. I don't have any interest in having a $4,000 a month side hustle where I, help these parents and I do nothing else with it. You can do that. For sure you can do that. But it's such a disservice because you could also make it into a $50,000 a month business by actually supporting that community, by building better upsells, by building a coaching program, by putting together a community that people can work together and managing that community. It's such a phenomenal cause that, somebody should do it, but I don't think that should be me. So why am I going to spend my time and money trying to figure out if ads can work and if, all this other stuff? The concept is the same across whatever offer you want. So you can see what I did do is I had, again, the same background image that I was using, but I changed the bottom of it. So it always says Perfect Kid System, and then the bottom says the discipline pillar. This one says the respect pillar. This one says the emotional control pillar. So I just edited them so that they all matched the pillar that they're in. And that's pretty much all we have to do. Now, what's great is inside, because you're in our platform, your members can actually download an app called the Collab app. And I would suggest you do this yourself as well. It's called Go Collab, and you won't be able to see it on my phone, but it's an app they can actually download onto their phone, and your entire membership will live in their phone in that app, and so will your community and everything else. So you can see here, I've got all my information. You're not seeing it, and it sucks that you're not, but if I go to View Group, I can actually view my community right here. So this is my social media community, just like you can have your own inside of the Go Collab app. So what they would do is they would download Go Collab. It's on the Android app and it's on the iPhone app. And if you're not in ours, you really should be. Go download Go Collab. And then from within Go Collab, I can go to any of these subcategories. So let's just say I go to courses. So now I actually can see my courses, which one of these courses I have access to, and I could go into that course just like I can go into this one. You can see I now have a full-on course. I can hit, syllabus. Again, you're not seeing this, and I apologize, but it's a full-on, completely custom app that looks like you built your business into an app. So as you're selling your membership programs, that's one of the things that makes it so much more valuable is, hey, we've got this great community and our own custom app that you can log into and get access to all of our membership program and our community all the time on the go on your phone. So I just add that link to Go Collab into my welcome emails. That's another great thing that you can do. You could also put it right here in this first module. And Travis, where do I get the link? Look, Go Collab iPhone app, right? So right here, Go Collab, bang, from Lead Connector LLC, grab this link, that's what you'll send it. And then you'll send the next one that you'll do the same thing with Android. But it's really cool because there's a lot that you can actually do in here, full community course, and it's got calendar events, everything. So that'll be fun for you guys to play with. Don't have to worry about it too much right now, but it is a great add-on for your members as they're going through your program to go, wait a second, you have your own app? It looks pretty cool. Technically, you can build your own branded mobile app. It's $75 a month. There's a little bit of a setup to it. And then they'd literally be able to download the 15-minute Perfect Kids System app, which is pretty cool. So that is how you build a membership area. There's not too much to it. Again, the last thing that I do is I take each one of my modules, I copy it from ChatGPT, and I paste it into the actual system here. So if I wanted to, I could go back into ChatGPT and get more information here and just tell it like, hey, I want this to be more like a 1,500 word article. Can you enhance on this? And I know that it would do it. So yeah, you're basically just copy and pasting the text that you want on this page right into the page. And it's that simple. Anytime you have a PDF, you can attach the file here. You want to upload a video, you upload the video right here. And that's it. You can do video thumbnails, I believe, are coming. But you don't need to worry about that. Just do an image. They always look great. And that's it. That's how you build your membership area. So makes it really simple, honestly, to get this whole thing going. And you can preview it all along the way so that you know what it looks like. And the more custom you make it, the more small videos you add into each section. Like I'll give you an example. My wife on the first intro video right here, like the authority pillar, she would have one video. That's the way she's building her membership out, is each pillar in the welcome topic module, She's going to have like a welcome video that's just like 3 to 5 minutes explaining that module, what it meant in her life, how she came to this information and whatnot. So you can do the same thing. You can also use AI to do this. You can also use Descript to do this. So there's just like a trillion different ways you can add value to your membership. But that's just sort of the beginning. And we'll get into some more advanced stuff later on. But that's how you package this. And what's great is now that I have this product, right? Let's say I'm done building my product, which takes no time at all for the most part. Once you're done building your product, and let's just say the 15-minute perfect kit is my product. It's done. Great. I go to offers. And now I'm actually going to build the offer that sells that, right? So I go to create offer. Title is going to be the 15-minute perfect kit. Now I've already done this, so I'm not going to save this one. Products, I just select the 15-minute perfect kid system. So now basically what you're saying is anytime somebody buys this offer, give them access to these programs, right? That's awesome. We want to be able to do that. You can make it free. You can make it paid. The whole works. So we're going to turn that off, and you'd make it a one-time offer, and that one-time offer is going to be whatever your price is. So you might start at $17. Don't worry about price text override. This is now just saying that anytime somebody gives me $17 for this offer called the 15-minute perfect kit, I want to give them access to that product. That's it. I hit create, and now I could add that to a sales page and start selling it. So that's how quickly you can actually get this thing up and running. See you guys in the next one.